Hello, this is the live interaction. So just waiting for a few people to come on. It's Sunday and I'm a little bit early today, so I'm just waiting. I'll just wait for a few people to come on. So let's start with hello everyone. Hello Compassion. Hello, who am I? Hello Chani. Hello everyone. So lovely to see you here and welcome on this Sunday. I don't know what time it is where you are. It's probably the morning time, is it? Or early afternoon. But it's 7 o'clock here, 7:10. So I'm just basically trying to, again, it's really hot. Again, it's hot. I'll just have a little chat with you guys before I start. Okay. Now, I actually, I'm deciding now where to go next. Okay. So I will let you know over the next few days. I won't be able to come live for about another 5 to 7 days. Okay. I've got friends coming over. So, but if you want a personal reading, that's absolutely fine. My friends can wait until I do your personal reading. Okay. So, yeah, so I'm deciding where to go. I'm thinking about going over to Italy and then over to France. Okay. Over to Italy, then Spain, and then France. So a little bit of a detour for my travels. Okay. So let's have a look here. Okay, Snapchat. I'm really behind. I do have Twitter. I don't remember what that was, but I do have Twitter and I do have Facebook as well. Okay. Thank you so much. I will come over to America and I'm planning on that next year sometime. Okay. Okay. If you would like a personal reading, somebody's asking for. Okay. My Gmail address is sixsensetarot@gmail.com. Okay. So contact me via that. This light is so bright. Does it make me look really pale? So I'll just dim the light there a little bit. Okay. So I thought that I would come on for an hour. So if you do want to make a small donation, anything from $1, it's absolutely fine with me. Okay, and and I will answer some questions for you on here. I don't know what the lighting is just terrible tonight. I don't know why. Okay, does that look better? A bit softer? Yeah. It's incredibly bright. Unless it's me looking a bit pale, I don't know. Okay, I will get this sorted eventually. Okay, guys, so I don't think the lighting's that brilliant here tonight, but let's get started with this reading in 1 second, because what I'll do, I'll switch the light on. Okay, and I've got myself some water. Okay, that's better, isn't it? So let's start again. Take 2, and then we'll get started. Okay. Well, apart from struggling with this heat and drinking lots of water, that seems all on my mind at the moment. Heat, water, heat, water. So it does get a bit tiring. Thank you for that donation. And Chani, thank you for that. Yes, the super chat is open, hopefully. Hello, everybody. Okay. Okay. Wow, triple Gemini, really? That's great. Hello, Esme. Okay. So let's have a look here. Struggling with this damn heat again. And be honest with you, I'm not sure how much longer I can cope with this intense heat. What's it been? It's about 29 now. So, and it's the sun's gone down. So I am kind of looking, maybe I may go over to France because in all honesty, I can bear a heat wave, but not a heat wave constantly for above like 35 every day. I can't do that. Okay, talk about karma. Actually, karma, yeah. Let's talk about karma. Do bad people get away? Well, when you're talking about bad people, you're talking about people who manipulate to kind of feed their own needs, and that's what this is. We class that as an evil person who manipulates everybody and everyone around them and blackmails and just to get their own way, even if it's covering their tracks. Say they're the one that they know that they have hoodwinked everybody, lied to everybody, and they've got to keep up these stories to keep this going, because what they want is everybody to look favorably at them and actually look bad on others. I feel this is the crux of bad people. They want to look like a good person, and but it kind of seeps through the cracks after a while, and people do get to see the true colours in the end. Do they get their karma? Well, I don't feel that. The thing is, if they're going to lie to people constantly and betray people constantly, they're going to get found out, and eventually no one will, in their vicinity, no one will actually believe what they're saying, because they'll start to think, okay, well, you actually did that to that person, now you've done this to me, and now you're planning on doing this to another person. So I'm kind of getting that, and you may have deceived that person to actually do that deed. I'm kind of thinking you're not a great person to know. And I feel karma, these people can't help themselves, and that, the true colours do actually come out of the woodwork eventually. Karma as in nobody wanting to take them seriously, nobody trusting them, nobody listening to their garbage stories, nobody actually, trusting in their heart with them. So do they get their karma? I think so, don't you? If nobody actually trusts them and nobody actually believes them, and I remember how you treated that person, and I remember what happened there, and I'm not going to listen to you, your ridiculous stories, because look at you, you're still on your own, and you're still playing these stupid games. And, you know, this person may be getting into their 60s and they're still doing this. And eventually, as they get older, they actually do get caught out. They do get caught out. And this is where they get their karma, because people will realize, family already know what this person is like, you know, and they'll not say anything because it's their sibling or it's their son, but they already know what this person's like, what they're capable of, because this person's been doing this for years, remember. So they've seen the history of this person. So not only does the family disown them and not believe that person and do not take that person seriously, like, you know, when they're talking to that person, they don't know whether it's a lie coming out of their mouth. They don't know whether it's the truth, you know, whether it's fabricated. So they don't believe it. They don't believe a word that they say that comes out of their mouth. And family and friends will be like, oh, really? Okay. Oh, really? Oh, you've met somebody else, have you? Oh, did that one mess you around? Oh, okay. Was it that person's fault? The reason why? Oh, okay. And this is how it goes. So these people, nobody will listen to them seriously. Nobody will take them seriously in relationships, and everybody's going to be wary eventually of that person. You know, it all comes out in the end as they get older. So do they get their karma? I think so. I think they do. I think they, if they are a true narcissist, and it's all about them, and it's all about, you know, it's all about their kind of needs being fulfilled. It doesn't matter how they do it. They will do it. You know, they will trample over people. They will use people. They will, you know, they will abuse people to actually get what they want. And that can be criminal too. You know, that can be, go into the realms of criminality to actually get what they need. If they don't get it, they will put pressure on. And even these people threaten people's lives. You know, they will say, if you don't do this, you know, your life is in danger. So, you know, I would say these people do get their karma, but do they care? They don't really care about if they die alone. They don't really care how many people they've screwed around with and messed up, because they have no compassion and they have no empathy. But I can tell you now, guys, they will never be truly loved, because the people that truly love them, these people betray them. They betray them, and you know, then the people who truly love them unconditionally stop loving them because they have used them, abused them, and all the rest of it. So they have fake friends. They don't have anybody real in their lives, and so I guess that's their karma. That is their karma. Okay, so Chani, thank you for that super chat donation. I'm not sure if you wanted to ask a little question there, because I can't, as I've been talking, yes, you can ask a personal question, absolutely. And thank you, Araya, for that donation. Thank you so much for being very generous, guys. Thank you. Okay, Chania, does Richie love me? Okay, let's have a look. I'm just going to try to pick this up in I'm just going back to that karma situation. Don't let people treat you like that. If somebody uses you, abuses you, neglects you, or treats you badly, draw a line under that person. They're never going to change, okay? They will never change. you can keep going back to that person, and you can, you know, think, well, maybe that was a one-off and all that kind of thing. And if you go back to that person, the same thing happens again. And then you're stuck in the same situation as before, as like it's like history rewriting its, you know, history writing itself again. You're thinking, if, you know, water's gone under the bridge, maybe this will work this time. I will give this person another chance. You go back to this person, and it's like nothing's ever happened, and they do exactly the same again. So don't go back to these kind of people that just use you and just get what they need from you, and then don't care about you. Don't do that, guys, okay? Because they don't, these kind of people are narcissists, and they don't care who they use to get what they want, you know? Very kind of ruthless. Oh no, okay, so let's have a look here. Does Richie love me? Does Richie love you, Shani? Let me see if I can pick this up. Does Richie love you? Does Richie love you? Does Richie love you? I think from a guy's perspective, guys are not very clear cut, are they? I'm in love with Aria. That it's not that kind of feeling for a guy. A guy will become emotionally attached, and then when they become emotionally detached, do they actually see that as actually I'm falling for that person? They don't say I'm falling in love with that person. It's kind of, with a guy, it's I am forming an emotional bond with this person. In terms of this Richie Chani, I feel that he is starting to form an emotional bond with you, and you can feel that, okay? You can feel that. So it's just like the beginning of this emotional bond. Once you create this emotional bond over time, this person will just keep coming back to you, okay? And, you know, they will come back to you, and they will, you know, they will travel miles to be with you. Yeah, you feel it, but he doesn't express it. No, guys don't, do they? They feel it, and sometimes you can see it in their eyes. You know, you can see that little glint in their eyes, and those pheromones and all of that. And that there's an emotional bond for that moment. But when you kind of separate, guys just go off and do their own thing. This is what guys do. They're not like women, where we kind of go off and think about these guys and think, oh, does he love me? I love him. I wonder how he feels about me. I wonder what he's doing. This is what guys do, okay? Chani, is this person will have these pheromones, this emotional bond, not knowing what this is, okay? And you feel it, you actually feel it, but this person has not said to you that they love you, and not expressive, okay? So in that moment, if you feel that emotional bond, then I would say there's a potential. But I don't feel that he's keeping his cards close to his chest. He's going to see how this goes. Because when you become emotionally bonded to somebody, it's very scary, and it's very frightening, because you're actually becoming vulnerable to somebody actually hurting you. And I feel this is why, Chani, that this guy is not expressing to you as you would like him to express to you, but he's feeling these emotions. He does feel this emotional bond with you, but he's just seeing how it goes, okay? In this kind of situation, guys, do not put the pressure on. If you can sense that this person has got an emotional bond, and this person keeps coming back to you, then that's enough. That should be enough, okay, until the time comes when he actually does say, I love you, you know. When he's absolutely sure that he loves you, he will say, I love you. And it's better if somebody just take their time in how they say that how they say they love you, because if they rush in and say I love you without, it's just all words, isn't it? So what I feel, Chani, is he is feeling the start of an emotional attachment, but he's not putting all his cards on the table until he's absolutely sure. So I would say he has, because to a guy, love is an emotional attachment, okay? That's what love is. And if he's forming this emotional attachment with you, then he is falling in love with you, okay? That's what I get here. Okay, thank you, Mercedes. Thank you. Oh, yes, I saw that question, but I didn't really get to it. I will come to you in a minute. Okay. Will I ever have romantic relationship, Araya? Okay, Araya, I think with you, when you date somebody, I feel, Araya, you actually come on very needy, and you may disagree with this, but something changes within you. And this happens a lot with women. Something changes within you and you become very needy. And this actually frightens guys, you know, because they've got no kind of challenge. Guys like to have a challenge when it comes to wanting a romantic relationship with someone. There's a lot, you know, and as well, the question of romantic relationships, what does that mean, you know? Because we're talking about 2018, and most guys just want, you know, they want it now. A lot of guys out there, a lot of guys would say, no, that's not true. But I think so, that they want it now. They don't want to take time. A woman wants to take time and actually get to know this person. If he's a good guy, he will do that, okay? He will actually, yeah, a genuine relationship, yeah. Because a romantic relationship, that this day and age, you're talking 2018, guys do black and white. They're very, very kind of into realism. And this romance, I feel this romance is kind of, it's awful to say, but this romance has kind of gone out of the window a little bit, and it's quite sad. And it's gone down to ground zero. It is what it is. You know, you know, we hang out, we don't hang out, you know, we hook up or we don't hook up, kind of thing. We're in a relation, you know, we're in a relationship, are we together? That kind of thing. Okay, so I do get that when you do, this is the problem, Araya, is when you do meet somebody and you date them, you have this kind of, this romantic, although you don't realize you're doing it, you do have this romantic kind of, and I'm not saying it's a game of love, really, it's a game of love. You've never had a guy, how old are you, Araya? How old are you? Because that seems to me, how old are you, Araya? Do you mind me asking how old you are? Because I feel if you are young, I feel there's lots of time. 21, you're very young, you know, you're very young, and you don't want to really be rushing in, getting tied down. Yeah, I did say that you may look as if you are slightly needy. But 21, for goodness sake, that is no age. Okay. You've still got a lot of time to find that. You know, some people don't find their soulmate for many years, going into their 30s, going into their 40s. So you've got lots of time, Araya, to, I think what you need to do, what attracts a guy, a really good quality guy, is if you are independent, independently minded. Not all cultures like this, because I know some cultures don't like independent women. So, but generally in America, England, France, places like that, Switzerland, guys actually do like a woman that's independent. They find and some kind of diversity to their personality. They don't want to get involved with somebody, a quality guy who is, they don't want to get invest in someone who is quite bland. Okay, that is just wants to get married, wants 2 children, has this tick box mentality. No. So yeah, so I think what you need to do is look at your own authenticity. And you're very young to even be thinking like that, really. But, you know, quality guys want somebody who has kind of a multifaceted kind of mindset. So work on yourself, okay? And don't be so bothered. You know, if a guy comes up to you, go, really? And just carry on. And you know, look at that person in the eye and say, and look as if you're attracted to them, but then just turn away. Because when you come on too strong to a guy, it puts them off. When you're not bothered and you couldn't give a damn about whether you meet somebody or not, and you know, I'm happy with my life because I've got this going on. And I've got my life here going on. You know, you come secondary. Then, yeah, you never approach a guy. Well, don't approach a guy. If that's what you do, don't do that. Okay. Okay. So I feel, yes, you will, Araya. You will meet somebody, but I don't feel it's yet. I feel that you need to, at your age, I feel that you very much need to focus on, you know, just living life and getting into your career and your studies and things like that, and your hobbies, and don't get too heavy with a guy at 21. That's far too young. And yet, guys do love the challenge. Kirsten, you're absolutely right. They love the chase. They don't want somebody, you know, make out that you just, you know, you're not that bothered, but you are attractive. You can say, yes, you are attractive. You can give that look of, yes, you are attractive, aren't you? Yes, but I'm too busy right now. That kind of air about you, okay. And believe me, although guys get very frustrated with women like that, they actually do fantasize about a woman who is very independent, that knows what she wants, and you know, knows where she's going. That's a big turn on for a guy. Okay. Okay, so hey everybody, hello Kirsten, and so I hope that's helped you. You will find someone eventually, okay, but I don't feel it's the timing's right for you just yet. Thank you so much for your donations, by the way. Goodness, Mercedes, thank you. Am I getting a rise soon in my job or promotion? Wow, you've worked so hard for this. This is what I'm picking up here. You have worked damn hard for this. Why do I get the person who gets the rise or the promotion is the person that does not put as much investment in as what you do. Okay. I'm not saying you won't get that, but I also get that you need to act humble. How can you act humble yet be so kind of, now this is another thing, like it's a balancing act, isn't it? Of trying to be humble, be great. You'd be gracious if you did get this promotion, but also have this like ambition at the same time. Because I get you where you work, Mercedes. It's very male orientated. Just let me know. Is it? I get it's a male orientated place. But you to get that promotion, you need to act humble. And unfortunately, when you're in a male-dominated place, if you're a female wanting to smash that glass ceiling, it's like you have to act humble and be ambitious all at the same time. You need to pay bills. Okay, I'm getting to this. Okay, so will you get that promotion? Okay, will you get that promotion? I think you're very sick and tired of waiting for this pay rise and this promotion. This place of yours, is this male dominated? Yeah, and kind of, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with a male dominated workplace. Difficult one. Are you going to get that promotion? You see, you're very intelligent here. I get the crown chakra. Using your head. I don't want you to get taken for granted in this workplace, okay? Because there is some controlling issues here. There's a controller in this workplace. I feel this controller is male or man, okay? And you are being taken for granted. Yes, for your skills. You are much more qualified than any of those guys there. But because you're a woman, they're keeping you at a kind of lower status. That is so wrong. I mean, we get this in England, although it's against the law to discriminate against females, okay? It still goes on. And it's so difficult to try to stop that, okay? And you do shine. Have you thought about changing your job here to actually get this promotion in another work environment? There is a sense of teaching here. Whether you're thinking about doing teaching or training, or whether you need to actually do some more studies here to actually promote yourself. I do get teach here, teach, whether that's you or whether that's you who needs to learn more things and actually go, maybe look at other options, not stick with that option there that you have. And this is going to be good for you, okay? Because I do get believe in yourself, because you will succeed, okay? You will succeed. Now, you have to be mindful that you're not going to succeed in a male-dominated environment. Although, fairy tales would say, well, that's against the law, and, we should be able to succeed. In reality, that does not happen. Okay. And I do get, maybe you should release yourself from this workplace. Take your expertise with you, but also keeping with good relationships with where you work. So, because I get seek another position. Now, I get this from Spirit that it's going to be difficult for you to get a promotion with all these controlling people around you. So there's another option here, is to take your skills with you to a higher paid job and look at it, but do it under the radar. Okay, do this under the radar. And I feel if you do that, do I see more money? I see you succeeding, which when you succeed, you actually make more money. But I feel that you may have to, I just feel this, that you may have to change job areas. You may have to. Let me pull out some. Is there a promotion here at the workplace that Mercedes is actually working at this present time? Is there a promotion for Mercedes? Anybody want a personal reading? Yeah, this dream is not materializing in this workplace. Okay, the Three of Wands. So it's saying this dream is this is the dream of you wanting to succeed, and succeed means earning more money. Okay, and because it's in the reverse, this means this dream is not materializing in this workplace that you are working at the moment. Because what I'm picking up here is because it's a male-dominated environment that has some sort of controller here that's kind of putting a glass ceiling and preventing you from actually earning more money, although you are more qualified than these other people. So I actually feel, Mercedes, and I know you don't want to hear this, that your best bet tomorrow would get onto some recruiting agency and have a look at the same job that you have with a better salary. And, you could be in that job within the next 2 months, and then you would, because that's what I see here. I see it will take changing the environment for you to actually get a better, salary. Unfortunately, that's the way it goes. Okay, so thank you, Mercedes. Hope that's helped you. For $1.99, I think that was a good answer. Okay. Hello, Compassion. Thank you for that donation. Let's have a look. I can't get over being bullied. I'm fired from my dream job. Oh my God. Again. It haunts me every day. Can you pull cards? Reputation ruined. Will I get a job? This is just awful. Compassion, I'm so sorry that you've been through this. You know why that's happened? It's because you're very good at your job. Can you believe this? When you get bullied in a workplace and, it's full of people that are climbing the ladder, trying to climb over you to succeed. Ruthless, narcissistic people and snakes, okay. And they can see that you've got an amazing potential. You actually look the part. You're very good at expressing the part. But I think you've allowed these people to tap into your weaknesses and say that, you're not doing that right. You don't do that right. You don't do this right, And I actually I worked in a very competitive area and before, and I actually learned when somebody said that to me, and I didn't care whether they went to the management to complain, and they came up to me and said, you did that wrong, and or You wrote that, the way you wrote that, and all this is trying to trip you up to make you feel insecure, like they feel insecure, because they don't know how to do their job. So they're putting that on you, okay? It's like a reverse psychology. So I will succeed more than you because you know what? Yeah, I know that you're better than me, but I'm going to prove that you're not better than me. And if you're in a professional environment and it's competitive, you will always, always get this. And this is what's so heartbreaking, because you do your degree, you do whatever degree, or you go to university, you do your law degree, you do your medical degree, and you end up in this environment where everybody is just trying to climb over the next person. The way that I dealt with this is, well, nothing stops people like this anyway, is when somebody said, you know, that's wrong, I'd say, no, it's not wrong. And I'd say it very steely. And I'd say it very exact, very black and white. And I'll say, actually, no, that isn't wrong. Okay. The reason, and I'd rationalize. And this is what you have to do with these damn people, is rationalize everything that you damn do. You know, it's like, the reason I did that is because, you know, because of this reason. And that reason is my reason, and that isn't wrong, okay? And then they go, oh, okay. And they realize that you're not gonna, it kind of puts that brick wall there, that boundary of don't mess with me. Okay, don't you dare mess with my degree. Don't you dare mess with my career. You damn well leave me alone. That's what it says to these people. But that may not stop them. They may get their flying monkeys and all the rest of it, okay. But if you, that it's only through experience actually that actually works, is that actually you turn around very slowly and say, no, it's not. That is absolutely right in my eyes, because I've, you know, the way I've rationalized that is because. Now, if you allow these people to get into that insecurity, weakness, and they say what you're doing is wrong, what you did there, the way you managed that was wrong, and you kind of say, really, what, you know, tell me why you said that, because, you know, all you're trying to do is be diplomatic. And I used to be like this. I used to be diplomatic, and I'd say, well, tell me, what do you think? Tell me what your thoughts are on this, and maybe I can improve. That actually allows people in to say that you are wrong, that you're rubbish at your job, and you don't know what the hell you are doing, although you're being very diplomatic. Diplomacy doesn't really work these days. You have to be so downright sure, you know. Well, actually, I did my research on that, and I know my reasonings here is absolutely spot on. You tell me why this is not right, and then maybe I'll look at it. And that's how you need to, not in a combative way, but in a very steely way, okay? So don't allow these people, okay, because they will bully you to the firing line here. And this is what's haunting you every day, is that you entered this job, compassion, and, you know, we all do it. I'll be compassionate. I will be empathic. I will be, you know, I will be use diplomacy when somebody approaches me. And that's what you're supposed to do at university. They teach you this, you know, how to be personable, how to discuss before you make a decision. But in theory and in practice, people jump over that. I want to get over that because I want to win, you know. So here you are, trying to explain this out here. It looks like you're explaining it out. And they're going, and they're thinking, oh, listen at her, stupid cow, talking about blooming diplomacy. They're not interested. They're ruthless narcissists, okay. The way to deal with them is cut and dry, okay. Otherwise, this is what happens. Will you get a job again? I think if you go for another job, go for a similar job and just go there very steely and go for the interview and explain about this bullying, okay? And just say, I loved my job, and do it very steely. And I was very, very capable of my job. And I just want the opportunity to be able to show what I can do without this kind of blockage of me expressing how well I can do. And unfortunately, I was bullied in the last workplace, and I was prevented from being who I truly want to be. And I think if you're heartfelt and you're humble, but insane, but steely, I think you will get another job. But I think you need to, unfortunately, you will need to explain this, because there will be there's a references, although it's against the law to give a bad reference, they possibly may not give you a bad reference. They may give you like a mediocre reference, but you can say, I just felt that these people, and I did try to work this out with them. I tried diplomacy. I tried all of this, and I to work as a team with them was impossible. And all I want to do is work as a team, and keep emphasizing that you want to work as a team fluidly, not with this kind of these obstacles, these blockages to get over. And I tried everything for team building and all of this, and it never worked. Okay, and I just want the chance again to work with a great team where I can actually express, who I truly and what I've got to truly offer. And I feel this is how you get out of this. Okay, compassion. I really do. So that's what I'm getting here in a spiritual sense. I'm getting that very strongly. Don't allow this. You're going to learn from this, okay, that there are snakes out there. And for anybody here, there is snakes out there. And the way you deal with them when they stop you in your tracks, when you're doing something very good for the company or wherever you're working, and you're doing something very positive, and they stop you in your tracks to stop you and say, that was wrong. What you're doing is wrong. You take 10 seconds to take a deep breath, and you very calmly answer, no, it's not wrong. Okay, no, it's not wrong. And don't even say, and just say, I've no idea. Just say, why are you saying this is wrong when I've done this and I've done that, and I don't have to explain to you. And really dissect that person as they do that to you. Okay. I hope that's helped you, and that was quite a big answer, wasn't it? Thank you, Miss Berg, for your donation. Thank you so much. Let me. Will you get over it? It's a very difficult. You need to, if you can get therapy, coaching. I do coaching. Anybody interested in coaching? I can help you and coach you through this. I used to be a professional person myself. I know how they operate, and I can help you and coach you through these situations. Will you get over this? You won't forget it. You won't forget it. But you can redeem. You can redeem yourself from these bullies. But I think you've got to put your heart out there. You've got to strip yourself naked and say, not literally, but emotionally, I just say, this is what happened. It stopped my career, and and just explain, not in a begging kind of way, in a very heartfelt way. And I feel that you'll have one workplace that will say, well, we don't tolerate bullying. It's a non-tolerance. Our company does not tolerate bullying at all. If that happened here. And you can then say, well, this workplace that I did work at did tolerate bullying. Very much so. Okay. And it happens to a lot of us, compassion, and it always happens to people who are very good at their job. And, you know, if you're very good at your job, if you're an entrepreneur, business person, you get back up, you brush yourself down, and you stand up tall, and you start again, okay? Not from scratch, but you learn from that. I know now how to approach those kind of people in a very kind of, without being defensive, in a very calm, calculated kind of manner, to actually push that person away. Okay. They will work together until the very end, because it sounds to me, if it's a toxic environment, and that's what glues this together, is the toxic people in this environment. Okay. Yeah, well, you know, they've got to cover their tracks now, haven't they? So this is what it is now. It's covering their tracks because they know what they've done is illegal. So they will turn up at your unemployment case. They will turn up at these things because they know that if you get that word in and they actually believe that, you know, you've been bullied and you've been victimized, and you know, then they're worried now that they're actually worried that they're going to get their comeuppance because of their behavior. Okay, so okay, I hope that's helped you. Okay, that's very difficult. Sometimes if you've had this discrimination, you need to take that to court, you know. Actually show them compassion, show them that they don't mess with you. They don't mess with you. And go and get yourself some legal advice and say, these people have trashed my reputation, and they're doing this, and they're trying to cover their back now by following me at all these legal places. And you need a good lawyer, because you could actually show these people you don't do that to people. You don't push them to this extreme, okay? And you could take them to a tribunal. And in fact, I would actually do that. I would actually go and see some kind of lawyer and see if you can take this further, because it seems to me as if you've been discriminated against in some kind of capacity, okay? Unfair dismissal, yeah, unfair dismissal because of bullying. Get right to the point. Because of bullying, unfair dismissal, because I was bullied. And that's what happened, guys. And I will, you know, this will come out. Okay, so anyway, I could go on about that forever. Oh, sorry, I hope you do get through that. And, you know, I only pick up on certain things, but you will get another job. But I think you need to take this down the legal route to get your reputation back. Go to an interview and say, you know, I did take these people. You know, they tolerated bullying in the workplace, and I was targeted, and it ruined my career, and I had to take this to legally. You know, all I want is a chance for a fair place, and to be treated as part of the team, and I want to be a part of a team. And I feel you will get a job eventually, but I feel they've just made it very hard for you. And it's something you didn't need to go through at all. Thank you, Miss Berg. And Miss Berg has said, I just found your channel. It really helped me today. Thank you for that lovely comment. And I'm so glad that I've helped you, because that's what I'm here for. Okay. Thank you for that donation. So guys, I can't stop too long now, maybe another 10 minutes, okay. You're welcome, compassion. Anybody want any life coaching, and you feel that I could help you through this because I really do. I do life coach you. I will research things for you. I will research subjects for you. I will look into things for you, what is maybe the best, and also bringing in my intuition too, which is the best road here. Yeah, please come to me, and can do ongoing coaching, intuitive life coaching. Okay, I do have some clients already. So yeah, thank you guys. I was going to do some readings, but it kind of got carried away there with all your questions, and it's been quite interesting yet again, hasn't it? Kind of get kind of lost in these questions. When you ask me a question, I get all this intuition coming through, and it's like I have to filter it through, and I come out with all these kind of, yeah. So look, guys, I'm going to call it a night because I've got to go. I've got friends coming over for a few days. So I have to go. So I'm going to say thank you so much for your donations. If you'd like your own personal reading, I'm still going to be doing that while I've got my friends here. They'll have to just put up with it. If you want one-on-one coaching, let me know. My email address is sixsensetarot@gmail.com, and I'm so happy that I'm reaching out to you guys to help you and to guide you on your spiritual path. Okay, so you take care, guys, and bye for now. Bye-bye.